You're listening to the Cyberwire Network, powered by N2K.
Ever wished you could rebuild your network from scratch to make it more secure, scalable, and simple? Meet Meter, the company reimagining enterprise networking from the ground up. Meter builds full-stack, zero-trust networks, including hardware, firmware, and software, all designed to work seamlessly together. The result? Fast, reliable, and secure connectivity without the constant patching, vendor juggling, or hidden costs. From wired and wireless to routing, switching, firewalls, DNS security, and VPN, every layer is integrated and continuously protected in one unified platform. And since it's delivered as one predictable monthly service, you skip the heavy capital costs and endless upgrade cycles. Meter even buys back your old infrastructure to make switching effortless. Transform complexity into simplicity and give your team time to focus on what really matters, helping your business and customers thrive. Learn more and book your demo at meter.com/cyberwire. That's METER.com/cyberwire.
The word is PNA. Spelled P for private, N for network, and A for access. Definition: a browser configuration control that prevents accessing resources within a private network. Example sentence: Chrome is depreciating access to private network endpoints from non-secure websites as part of the Private Network Access specification. Origin and context. Google rolled out the Cross-Origin Resource Sharing Protocol, or CORS, to its Chrome browser early in 2022. According to Tidwan Rigaudy at Google, the CORS goal is, quote, to protect users from cross-site request forgery attacks, or CRF attacks, targeting routers and other devices on private networks, end quote. In other words, with this control turned on, any attacker that has taken control of a browser page will not be able to connect to any local network resources that don't already connect to the public internet. Software developers Ryan Sleevey, Tidwan Rigaudy, and Frederick Wang explained on a GitHub page, quote, this specification only affects requests from a public IP address to a private IP address or local host, and requests from a private IP address to local host. This may change to cover all cross-origin requests to the private network in the future, end quote. Simon Kolsch at Enoch notes that websites and applications may need to adjust this change to continue functioning properly. Quote, it might not affect you at all if the user-facing part of your application is hosted on servers within a public IP range. If, however, your application is included in an iframe and accessed through your local internet, like your VPN, you might run into problems with Chrome, end quote. Nerd reference. On the IT Pro TV show in January 2022, Daniel Laurie talked about the significance of the Google CORS initiative.
What they're trying to implement is a new protocol to stop malware from reaching inside of your own home personal network and accessing resources there. Mm-hmm. That's what this is all about. So it is a security bump, so that they don't go, oh, well, how about that? There's a nice router at 192.168.0.1. Maybe it has a vulnerability that I can exploit and start to have some sort of conversation with it. So from now on, what it'll do with this new protocol is it will say, if I receive a request for an internal resource, it must first pass the test that we allow that type of thing. If it doesn't, which by default nothing will, then it won't allow access into those resources.
Word Notes is written by Tim Nodar, executive produced by Peter Kilpie, and edited by John Petrick and me, Rick Howard. The mix, sound design, and original music have all been crafted by the ridiculously talented Elliot Peltzman. Thanks for listening.
At Thales, they know cybersecurity can be tough and you can't protect everything. But with Thales, you can secure what matters most. With Thales's industry-leading platforms, you can protect critical applications, data, and identities, anywhere and at scale with the highest ROI. That's why the most trusted brands and largest banks, retailers, and healthcare companies in the world rely on Thales to protect what matters most: applications, data, and identity. That's Thales. Thales. Learn more at thalesgroup.com/cyber.